You didn't land here by mistake. This is a sacred moment, a divine message appointed just for you. July 20th is not just another day. It is a spiritual gate, already sealed in heaven, waiting to be opened by your awareness, alignment, and action. This is not a threat. This is a signal, a moment of divine urgency. Something is moving in the unseen, something destined to rearrange, release, and reveal. You may feel pressure right now, maybe confusion, maybe silence, maybe emotional unrest. But listen, what feels like a shakeup is actually a setup for divine advancement. Every delay you've suffered, every quiet night you've endured, every moment you thought heaven forgot your name, it was leading you here. This message is a spiritual key. To use it, you must act not from fear, but from faith. You've been waiting longer than most, chosen one. Though there were times when doors were closed and promises were postponed, God's presence was whispering in the back of your mind, keeping you firm until his time was right. Now, July 20th is here, the release, the arrival, the unraveling of what was concealed, and the unveiling of what was promised. You failed, and you didn't miss it. Because God is on time, you're also on time. Divine timing is timeless and woven into the fabric of fate. It is not based on human clocks. Your destiny is going to speak louder than the stillness you've suffered. It will be confirmed on July 20th. Something will alter. You'll feel it in your bones, a sudden release of pressure, the opening of something divine, tranquility and clarity that wasn't there before. God will recognize you favorably on July 20th. This is fundamental and connected to your mission. It is not ephemeral. You will start to be hunted by things you chased. The brightness of you will attract those who have disregarded you. It will appear easy to do what was difficult. The planet reacts when God says it's your time. Doors open. People's hearts change. Things change. This is a result of whose time it is, not of who you are. Recognize this profound fact. The most active faith is waiting on God. You aren't only waiting, you are persevering, becoming ready, and growing up. The heavenly preparation for this moment included your silent obedience, your prayers when you were weak, and your forgiveness. July 20th is a testament to your dedication, not a prize for excellence. This is where revelation and preparation meet in your divine junction. You're bringing lessons, elegance, wisdom, and calm authority with you. Your authority will unquestionably begin to operate on July 20th. People will notice. God is entering your chronology and transforming it into a witness. Therefore, your presence will change rooms. You are a live example of how perseverance, faith, and sacrifice pay off. Now is not the moment to question your survival. You would be singing and dancing and crying with happiness if you realized how near the turnaround you were. However, it's okay, given how you've held on with shaking hands. God is aware of your weariness. For this reason, July 20th is a day filled with elegance. It's about healing you from the stress of those who kept you closed for so long, not merely about opening new doors. It's about taking a break and getting back up stronger. There's no need to push it. It's your time when God says it is. Type amen to embrace the angel's blessings. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $20. It cannot be canceled by any man, demon, or delay. You are not late, behind, or forgotten. You are in perfect harmony. You are now being raised into your season by the same heavenly hand that carried you through the storm. Additionally, there will be indicators. You can't ignore confirmations that are that explicit. You'll be amazed at how timely these encounters are. Provision will seem like a dream since it is so abrupt. This is the manifestation of divine timing. Pay careful attention on July 20th. Instead of shouting, the signs will murmur. They will manifest as prompts, emotions, chances, and epiphanies. Have faith in your instincts. That's where God speaks. You could get a message, an invitation, or the opportunity to try something new. You might also meet someone who transformed your life. Don't hesitate. You're not the same person who embarked on this adventure, so don't allow fear stop you from saying yes. You have been selected for this time, honed and cleansed. The most potent fact is that what will happen on July 20th is a revelation rather than a reward. God is unveiling what has always been yours, not handing you anything arbitrary. You've been covered, shielded, and concealed. He's taking off the veil now. You'll comprehend why doorways remained locked, why certain items didn't operate, and why you couldn't fit in. You weren't being turned away. Rather, you were being guided to the precise time, location, and hour. July 20th. Your life will soon speed up, but not in a chaotic way. It will accelerate in a heavenly way and unfold so naturally that you'll question why you were ever concerned. Where there was resistance, you will find ease, and where there was frustration, you will find flow. The item that was preventing you from moving forward has been removed by the one who established this date. So you won't feel as if you're pushing against an unseen force anymore. This is heavenly orchestration. Chosen one, it's not simply time. Type amen to embrace the angel's blessings. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $20. Now that your spirit has stirred and you've heard the whisper, get ready. It is time to completely enter awareness. Awareness of your identity, of what has been prepared, and of the true spiritual meaning of this day. July 20th is coming to energize you, not to repair you. The version of you that has been buried behind doubts and disappointments is about to emerge. The part of you that heaven already recognizes, the true you, the empowered you, the chosen you, is about to come to light on earth. This time didn't select you, it chose you. That's why getting selected is mysterious. You just kept turning up with faith. You didn't create the timetable. Even though you didn't develop the script, you followed instructions despite everyone's doubts and even when they didn't make sense. That's why your name is on this moment. There are always appointments on God's schedule just for you. Times when the invisible becomes apparent and the impossibly conceivable becomes achievable. Next to July 20th, your name is now highlighted in holy ink. Something will be sealed on this day. There will be such a significant change in the invisible world that your physical reality will also align. You'll sense the opening and feel the wave. You won't have to describe anything in detail, but you may not be able to. It's between you and God right now. This day isn't about hurrying or doing more. Only you will know the holy exchange that happened in the silence of your heart on July 20th, when the sky whispered, "It is time," and your soul responded, "I am ready." Others will note the changes and see the fruit later. It's about giving in to the already started flow. You are being carried by a heavenly stream that is aligned and not straining. Your deeds and your heart were in alignment. You remained modest when it would have been simpler to be resentful and trusted when it was difficult. A divine release that could not be created by human effort has been made possible by that alignment. July 20th is about going into what has already been worked out, not about working more. This change will impact more than just your life on the outside. Your inner life will change more than anything else. Even if doors may open, possibilities may arise, and your income may improve. You will feel a serene certainty that won't be disturbed, a calmness that defies explanation. You won't need justification or confirmation. You'll just know. Additionally, that knowledge will radiate, drawing in what is intended for you and driving out what is no longer there. Because divine timing is about what no longer fits, not simply what happens to you. Give up the notion that everything must be done by you. You never played that part. You were asked to believe, to live by faith, and to be receptive to guidance from above. And even when you were at your weakest, with just a glimmer of hope, you've done it. That flame was alive because of you. That flame is now being breathed by God. On July 20th, the spark turns into a conflagration. Type amen to embrace the angel's blessings. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $20. The light that guides you into the next chapter will be that fire. Some of you have questioned if God overlooked you because you feel forgotten. However, nothing was ever missed about you. You were kept safe, not deserted. You were concealed, not sent away. Your flight required complete wings, so you were preserved in a heavenly cocoon. July 20th marks the emergence of your purpose, not the start of your tale. It's when the layers come off, uncertainty gives way to clarity, and you finally see what God has always seen in you. Yes, the adversary attempted to use individuals to sow doubt, quiet to discourage you, and delays to break you. You're still standing, believing, and going ahead, nevertheless. This is the reason this moment is so potent. You developed, changed, and became stronger. You didn't merely survive. And now that power is bringing out what is rightfully yours, drawing in what was postponed. Heaven's answer to your perseverance is July 20th, a heavenly confirmation that your wait was worthwhile. Be mindful of the persons you encounter during this period. Some will deliver the words you've been waiting for, carrying your next season. Challenges from others might help you become more observant. Don't be scared. You're walking in as someone who has already found, not as someone who is searching. You've discovered tranquility, power, and alignment. You're suddenly unstoppable because of it. Not because you're noisy, but rather because you have a strong sense of purpose and time. You won't miss what is rightfully yours, chosen one. Not this season, not this time. There will be possibilities on July 20th that only your spirit will be able to identify. Don't allow fear to overpower your faith. Avoid allowing diversions to create delays. When your spirit tells you to move, don't hesitate. This is what you've been trained for. You are more than ready for the day when heaven opens the gate and says go. July 20th is that day, and every loss, lesson, and lonely night has prepared you for it. You are now growing in spiritual confidence and quietly assured that you are being brought to greatness. You don't need to persuade anybody or make an announcement. Simply walk in it. Allow your presence to do the talking. Let your faith be shown by your fruit. Allow your life to serve as proof of God's timing. Because everything will look different after July 20th. Your vitality will change. You'll become more clear-headed. It will become evident that your route is divine. That stirring, that sense that something is near, is what you've been experiencing. That's when God will come into contact with your reality. It is the blending of the supernatural with the normal. The time when the things you asked for start to manifest. The point at when the pin-up energy starts to flow. And when it does, it will flow rather than trickle. The release will be felt by you. The boost will be felt by you. The favor will come to you like a breeze. You can no longer bear the weight you have been bearing. The heavenly reversal, the spiritual transition, and the handoff are all scheduled on July 20th. It will be light what was weighty. The close will remain open. What was ambiguous will become evident. This is your invitation to climb, your moment of impetus, and your heavenly unlock. Don't question it. Don't wait for further indications. The confirmation is this. You were made for this, and now is the time. You're prepared. Heaven is waiting to see what you do next, and the time is right. Heaven hasn't missed anything, chosen one. You've been living your life with a quiet bravery that few have noticed. The same soil that is now ready to blossom has been irrigated by your tears. In the spirit world, your quiet has been more audible than 1,000 voices. A holy door has been opened by your unwavering conviction that something greater is intended for you. The moment you've been waiting for, while others watched nothing happen, is July 20th. This is a holy unfolding, a heavenly explosion, not merely a season, and you're directly stepping into it. You must now realize that divine timing occurs to honor obedience rather than to reward accomplishment. You had the option to walk away, but you obeyed. When the path didn't make sense, you remained. Even though it was hard, you forgave. Without a plan, you trusted. God's heart was affected by it. Your time has come because you opted for clarity over confusion, obedience over comfort, and purpose over popularity. It was because you were ready for it, not because you pursued it. You didn't push yourself to be the star. The light is looking for you. The way God moves has a hallowed quality to it. He appears, but he doesn't yell. He makes a single choice that transforms everything, yet he doesn't plead for attention. One of those choices is July 20th, a change that cannot be undone, a heavenly release that is revealed in the spirit before it ever manifests in the material world. The effects will be remarkable, but the directions will be straightforward. Pay careful attention. Your life will soon serve as an example of what it means to act according to God's timetable. The alignment will be palpable before you notice it. Your bones will tell you. You will inhale more deeply. You'll be more confident. Before anything outside of you changes, something within of you will change. Divine timing operates in this way. It rearranges you first, and then the world reacts to the new version of you. If nothing seems changed when you wake up on July 20th, but you feel different, don't be shocked. That is the spiritual awakening, the signal. The outer is forced to follow once the interior is in alignment. People will refer to it as coincidence or luck. However, you'll see that this isn't luck. This is the complete expression of obedience. When favor suddenly appears after years of stillness, it feels like this. This is the calm that resides on your soul like oil, the clarity that follows confusion, and the deluge that comes after the drought. It will all make sense, not just to you, but also to everyone who saw you and were baffled by your perseverance. At last, they will realize that you were called and not insane. The weight is now lessening. The cloud that hung over your judgment is dissipating. You will have a sense of calm that will advise you to stop worrying. You don't have to hurry. You don't have to look desperately. The way forward is being clarified. The appropriate individuals are being placed. We are beginning to see the divine connections. And now, possibilities that didn't seem feasible will start to come your way. When divine timing is at play, you don't need to pursue what is rightfully yours. It locates you. It envelopes you. It envelopes you like fate itself. Allow this to be your time of calm trust. Inhale it. You're not ahead of schedule. You're not running late. For what has been spiritually designated for you, you are exactly on time. July 20th isn't just another day. It is a spiritual timestamp that is precious and unleashes what was previously impossible. Fireworks may not be visible to you. Perhaps you won't hear trumpets. The angels, however, will be celebrating. There will be movement in the sky. Additionally, your soul will experience the joy of forward momentum that no longer seems like resistance, the weight of alignment, and the serenity of divine placing. The greatest indication will be the silence in your heart, the serenity in your spirit, and the profound realization that you no longer need to watch over your shoulder.